Today, 30% of the world uses the Internet to work, play, socialize, shop, and search. But how did we get here? The oldest records reveal man has used three symbols to communicate. First pictures, cave wall drawings, have been dated to about 50,000 BC. Second, numbers appeared around 10,000 BC, and words around 4000 BC. Electronic computers, less than 80 years ago, the dot on the timeline, reduces three symbols to two, a 1 and a 0. Many of today's Internet users learn to count watching Sesame Street. The count just turned 40. Let's look at the count. Assume 7 billion people on Earth. The Chinese are 19% and 7% Internet users. The USA is 4% of the world's population and 1% use the Internet. The cell phone is 39 years old and used by 80% of the population, and 9% use Voice over Internet Protocol, owned by Microsoft. The evolution of the electronic computers can be divided into two phases. Phase 1 from 1937 to 1989, before the Internet, and Phase 2, 1990 to 2012, after the Internet. The tools required to become Internet literate are taught in schools today and are also available over the Internet. You will need to learn the language or live through interpreters. The Internet keeps track of every binary digit. Therefore, accurate statistics allow advertisers to understand the return on their investments, and Twitter provides real-time feedback, and fortunes can be made or lost in an instant. Goldman Sachs lost $2.5 billion in market cap in one day based on one disgruntled employee. All companies go through 6 phases, and the transparency of public companies reveal these phases in pictures. The Internet creates opportunities and threats for all companies. As we migrate to the Internet, some companies, even industries, will win and others will not. Look at the impact Google has made providing free search on maps, translation, and advertising. Want to learn how to look at a price chart on any company and identify the outlook using a method developed over 2,000 years ago? Price is a compromise between two opposing forces, yin and yang, and it's influenced by supply, demand, fear, and greed among the traders. And here's a method that reveals the outlook. Step 1. Draw color-coded lines for the open, high, low, and close. Step 2. Connect the high and the low with a vertical line. Step 3. Connect the open and the close with a box. Use the rectangle tool. Step 4. Color the box red if the open is above the close, or green if the open is below the close. And use no color, just a line, if the open is equal to the high, low, or close. That's it. The outlook is revealed by the symbol form. AOL is bullish or yen. You can look this up and learn more about these symbols by simply Googling candlestick charts. The method works on any chart and any time frame. Let's look at a couple. Here's Microsoft. The outlook for Microsoft is bullish. By the way, Microsoft owns the largest voice over Internet Protocol user group and the dominant share of the operating system and the dominant share of the browsers in use today. You might even call Microsoft the king of the code. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple became the largest company in the world with its Internet devices. Outlook, bullish. Let's take a look at a company whose price is higher than Apple's. Priceline. Many companies have taken advantage of the Internet, and here's one that's doing extremely well. Remember the original question, how did the Internet start? My answer is, the Internet started in 1955, the year Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Tim Berners-Lee, and Jim Gosselin were born.